The View exposes what we always thought, that they believed in replacement theory. No, not that replacement theory. Replacing Biden, you silly. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Part of it is how we love to mock The View as they ponder politics.
So some strategists and columnists and some people at this table are calling for Biden to be replaced on the ticket.
Some people, even at the table, yes, even The View, the Democrats on The View are all divided on whether if they should replace or who they should replace Biden with on the ticket. This debate's going to continue because Biden, his decline is not going to get better. Over the next months, this debate and this argument and this division will continue within the Democrat Party. This is Democrats fighting Democrats. So, hey, let them fight.
But others are coming to Joe's defense. Watch.
There is panic that has set in among people who have watched this debate, who are Democrats, people who are strategists, and some even inside Democratic campaigns. Yeah. Do you think it's unfounded?
Well, I think it's unhelpful, and I think it's unnecessary. We've got to go in and got to keep our heads high. And as I say, we've got to have the back of this president.
He has to have the back of the president so he can stick a knife in it. That is central casting Antichrist, Gavin Newsom. He looks like the devil. He can't actually be the devil. He looks so much like the devil. It's not deceptive enough and sneaky enough.
You don't turn your back because of one performance.
Oh, yes, you do. You do when the one, it's like watching Biden just croak on the air and they go, you don't turn your back on him just because he died. And please, heaven forbid, I'm not wishing for that on the man, but I have my serious doubts if he's going to survive. I mean, what bet would you make that he's going to survive 4 years? If it's not true that people in general think he's going to survive in 4 years or what shape he's going to be in 4 years, they really need to be honest with you and say they are running Kamala Harris for president. No Democrat wants to admit it because she's so terrible and people are terrified of her.
What kind of party does that?
Oh, the Democrat Party, also known as the Socialist Party. Of course they're going to do it. If Biden steps down, all is going to be forgiven. What you watch, Gavin Newsom, they're going to go, well, Biden stepped down. I'm coming in for president. Gretchen Whitmer is really big right now on the Democrat side also for doing a replacement, with the number one replacement, I believe, being Kamala Harris. That's if, the Democrats still think they're not going to replace Biden. That could be honest. Okay. It could be honest that right now they have no intention of replacing Biden. But the facts on the ground of this summer, next couple months, who knows what, will probably force their hand to replace Biden.
He was a very different person on the stage 4 years ago when you debated him. That's certainly true, is it not?
I'm not going to spend all night with you talking about the last 90 minutes.
The last 90 minutes of Biden's debate. Actually, 3 years ago, he was a very different candidate because Kamala Harris said she believed all women regarding Tara Reade, and she said that Biden was a racist.
When I've been watching the last 3.5 years of performance.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Joy called it right there, man. She saw Kamala Harris getting angry. Kamala Harris, actually, I think is going to be the one who could replace Biden on the ticket. That'd be the easiest one. I'll give you a couple of reasons. Number one is the $200 million that Biden has raised already, that can only go for the Biden-Harris ticket. I mean, if he steps out, Kamala can step right in and inherit that and get that campaign money. If the Democrat Party goes against Kamala Harris, they're essentially saying, we are willing to lose that $200 million we've raised because Kamala is so bad. This person who we've said was amazing for all these years. See, they're really stuck. They're just stuck.
So let me ask you, is it even possible to replace Biden at this stage of the game?
Yes, you can. You can always replace him using the 25th Amendment. Again, the 25th Amendment saying that he's incompetent and unable to hold his office, that can only be triggered by Kamala Harris.
And have Republicans considered replacing their candidate, as Sonny pointed out, with someone who isn't a twice impeached serial liar and a convicted felon?
No, see, this is the thing. They saw that debate and she thinks, oh, who's going to replace Trump? No, Trump is winning. The reason why Biden needs to be replaced, by the way, by the Democrat Party isn't because he's incompetent. The Democrats were going to drag this guy over the finish line if no one noticed that it kept going. It's they got caught And now that the polls are showing that Biden is clearly going to lose, that now the Democrats are going to gain a conscience and go, we better replace this guy.
Well, clearly the Republicans have not, right? As Anna just mentioned,
Yeah.
they're not going to do. They're going to fall in line, unlike the Democrats.
Unlike the Democrats, I love that one. She says the Democrats aren't going to fall in line the way the Republicans do behind Trump. Now, I just want you to imagine this. Biden makes it to election day. Do the Democrats fall in line? Every one of these women are voting for Joe Biden if he makes it. No matter who else they pick, I don't care if it's Hakeem Jeffries or Kamala Harris or Whitmer or whatever, every one of these Democrat ladies will fall in line. So don't give me this unlike Democrats, the Republicans fall in line. You guys fall in line a lot better than we do.
I liked what I saw from Kamala. I liked what I saw from Gavin. She said he had a slow start, but a strong finish. But I've been watching him for 3.5 years, and I know what he can do.
Oh, yeah. I know what Joe Biden can do after watching the last 3.5 years. How's everyone doing? How's inflation, my people? How's fuel prices? How's that southern border doing?
So in my view,
Yeah.
if we're going to talk about successors, yes, you may want to talk about a Hakeem Jeffries. The way, you may want to talk about Hakeem.
Tua Jeffries. Oh, Hakeem Jeffries. Very weird. Yeah, he's a weirdo. He's the head of, the opposition to the Speaker of the House is Hakeem Jeffries, is the minority who will go back to being the leader of the Speaker of the House if Marjorie Taylor Greene votes Mike Johnson out. So careful, everybody. You could get stuck with Hakeem Jeffries, anti-Semite.
The way Nancy Pelosi looked inside of herself and passed the baton. You may want to do that. You may want to think about Pete Buttigieg, who I'm not sure if this country is ready for a gay president.
This country was ready for a gay president when we nominated Barack Obama.
And Gavin Newsom, again, qualified, is the governor, runs one of the largest economies in the world.
Into the ground.
But again,
I think people think of him as too liberal, don't you?
I don't think so. I think he's ready. I think any of those people are ready. But remember, we have Joe Biden and we have the vice president of the United States who looked very strong last night.
She did.
Oh, yeah, Kamala Harris, very strong. Everyone's feeling confident enough that your own party is going, we can't run Kamala Harris. Are you crazy? We can't replace Biden. That's how strong Kamala Harris looks. Sonny, a little transparency will work. Come on. You can get off teleprompter and tell the people the truth for a second.
And I think what you saw from both of them last night, from Gavin Newsom and Kamala Harris, who are two of the names that get the most mention as possible replacements, that they're loyal to Joe Biden.
Loyal to Joe Biden. They would stab him in the back. No one's loyal to Joe Biden. This is a piranha pool.
So this entire conversation of replacing Joe Biden, I don't think is feasible unless Joe Biden himself decides to
what about
get
Jill?
out.
There's Kamala Harris and the 25th Amendment.
How much influence will Jill have on him?
I hope that the people that love him would step in, because I guarantee if that was someone I loved, I'd be up in his ear now.
Yeah, well, they don't love Joe Biden, so Jill Biden is not going to get up in his ear and get him to step out. She just now said that of that royal family. Hunter Biden, Jill Biden, they do not love Joe Biden enough to pull him out. They're going to let him publicly embarrass him all the way into just even further decline.
Problem here are those people that are wavering, that are dissatisfied, that are unhappy. Don't look at that debate. No, that is not helpful. And at this point, if the Democratic voice pieces do not pivot, they will lose in November.
That's the bottom line. They're going to lose. Swap out Biden or you're going to lose. You're going to lose anyways. Trump's too strong.
And listen, Joe Biden is a good man. I think he loves this country. I think he's a patriot. I think
he's not a felon.
The history books will remember him well if he passes the baton.
Now they're setting up conditions. History books will not remember Biden, the good man, well if he ends up dying in office or losing. He has to pass the baton to be remembered as a good man. That's a threat. That's conditional, conditional good manness.
If he stays in, and he will lose to Donald Trump, he's losing in every battleground poll. Give it 2 weeks till people process this debate. He will be plummeting. He risks turning this country over to Donald Trump.
Just listen to the View guys and soak it in. That this is the good news victory of them all. If Joe Biden will lose to Donald Trump. Before it was me, people could say to me, oh, Doug, you're just a political hack. Oh, you're just on his side. You're an advocate. You're biased, whatever. This is the View saying, if Joe Biden runs, Donald Trump will win. Thank you.
who are like sitting on the fence or something, or we're all in for Trump. I'm fascinated by that. You know, it's almost like, when you're a woman and you're dating, so you have a really nice guy who takes your, holds your pocketbook while you're shopping,
Yeah.
or like really treats you well, and you're bored with him.
No, I don't want to get into your bedroom, Joy. This is a weirdo dating thing. She's bored with good men, with a guy she can trust with her pocketbook.
You got
This
the dude
other
on the
one,
motorcycle.
who's a convicted felon on a motorcycle, you're hot for him.
Yeah.
He's the guy,
Okay, Joy. I don't need to know that information that you're hot for felons. Just think of some of the crimes that are felonies that Joy Behar, she loves that high risk. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think? If they replace Biden, who they replace him with, let us know in the comments below. We will keep going with this argument for a long time. I'm Doug in Exile.